But then Swami took the letters from my uncle's hands, and my letter stayed back with me. So that made me really upset, and I thought that okay, evening again I'm coming for the darshan, the last darshan, and after that we're supposed to board the train. So I was telling myself that okay, in the evening, if you don't take this letter from my hand, I'm going to go tell my family that I'm going to marry Vijay. Okay, now that's my decision. I'm making all these crazy things out there, and then, as expected, evening he didn't take the letter, and somehow I just got the courage that okay, now I'm all ready. I'm just going to go home and tell mom and dad and everybody that look, this guy proposed, and mostly I think I'm going to marry this guy. So I made up my mind. Now, the most interesting thing is when I was sitting in Puttaparthi, there were three things that occurred to me. First one, was like people were telling that Swami Pada Darshanam, that is, if he allows somebody to touch his feet, then those people are supposed to be extremely fortunate and all that. So I waited for 3 days, but nothing like that happened with me, and no Pada Darshanam, nothing. Okay, and the second thought that I had was like, in these 3 days, I never heard Swami speak. I heard a lot of bhajans. He was listening to the bhajans. He gave darshan. He went away, but he hadn't uttered a single word. So I didn't know how his voice was, what would he speak, etc. So I kept thinking that how come, how is Swami's voice? How does it sound? Oh, what does he speak? What would be his, way of speaking and all that. And the third thing that happened to me, the third thought that surfaced there was, okay, now there is a blue velvet curtain, and Swami goes behind that. Now, how will Swami's room be? He's such a big ashram, man, and so many foreigners. So, how will his room be? Will there be an AC? How big will be the bed out there be? Or, what kind of food he must be having? What kind of a luxurious lifestyle? How his bedroom will be? These are the thoughts I was getting. Behind that blue curtain, wherever he disappears, how that room will be. So these are the three prominent thoughts I had. Number one, as I said, Padadarshanam. Second, his voice. And third, of course, his inner quarters or his room. So then that's it. I came back from Puttaparthi. I came back to Hyderabad. Life went on. And I had three dreams on three consecutive Thursdays, only on Thursdays, okay? So on the first Thursday after I returned from Puttaparthi, my dream was like 5 in the morning. In my dream, I'm seeing that there is this beach. I don't exactly know where this beach is. So I could see that it was early morning and the sun was almost just coming up, and it was a beautiful scene. And then I see Swami walking on the beach, and I'm delighted. I'm like, okay, Swami is walking on the beach, and that beautiful sun which is just coming up right behind him, peaceful early morning, that sea breeze. And I'm just looking at Swami. He just laughed at me, such sweet smile. And then he just, kind of, he just called me like that. And then after that, he just lifted his orange robe. He just lifted it. And he said, Tisko, Padadarshanam, come touch my feet. You wanted to know. So he just lifted his robe. And I just fell on his feet. And, that was my first dream. So I got up in the morning. I was like, okay, I got this dream, and I just kept it to myself. I thought, okay, maybe because conscious in my subconscious there, I thought about this. It might be just a coincidence that I got a dream like this. Now, next Thursday, okay, again early morning, I get this dream where I'm in this house, and I'm seeing pairs and pairs of eyes, only the eyes. And suddenly I see Swami out there, and he's also, he's talking with me through his eyes. And I'm like, what is he trying to communicate? What is he's speaking with his eyes, only with those eyes. And I'm like, what is he trying to tell me? And I don't remember now, but there was this Sanskrit shlokam which was running in the background. Okay, only the shlokam was running in the background, and I'm trying to decipher it. I'm not able to quite get it, but in bits and pieces I'm able to understand, but I'm not able to decipher it. My grandmom was dead by then, but then I saw her in the dream, and I was asking her, Bama, what is this, what is this Sanskrit verse? I'm not able to get the kind of a meaning about that, so can you just explain to me? So then she very sweetly told me the meaning. And you know what the meaning of that Sanskrit verse was? It said that So where Swami is communicating with his eyes, and the verse is going on in the background. And the meaning of the verse was, మౌనం మౌనం ఆత్మ బలాన్ని ఇంకా బలపరుస్తుంది, మాటలు అహాన్ని బలపరుస్తాయి. ఇన్ తెలుగు ఐమ్ టెల్లింగ్, ఇట్ వాస్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ సాంస్క్రిట్, విచ్ మీన్స్ if you are silent, you will become a very powerful being from within. You'll become a very divine being, or a divine possibility, if you remain silent for most of the time, because that silence enables you to become a divine possibility. Now, if you keep on talking, that means you are engaging your senses so much into external activity that it will only solidify, or it will only encourage, or it will only enhance your ego, but not your inner consciousness or inner being. So if you want to enhance your inner being, then the best way for any person is to be silent. So that was the verse that went in the background, so in which Swami was telling, that's the reason I'm always silent, because silence is very, very powerful, because it makes my inner being very, very settled and very powerful and very divine possibility. Conversing or talking and all that will actually kind of, it will kind of pump up the ego. So that was the second dream. So now, by now, I was like sure that this is not just a coincidence. All my doubts, whatever I had in Puttaparthi, they're actually coming true. Now the third Thursday, again same early morning dream, and now me and my cousin, we are like chasing Swami. Swami is running, and we are full to running behind him, but he is very naughty. Okay, he's stopping, he's just looking at us like that, and he's like, come chase me. And we are like running mad behind him, and we are trying to catch him. And then last, he just stopped, he just again gave that naughty look, and then he disappeared behind that beautiful blue curtain. Now I was like dying to see what is there, behind that blue curtain, what luxury is there. So I was now delighted that, wow, got a chance to enter Swami's room and, look at the luxury. And then I just go run, and I just pull that blue curtain, and I'm shocked. Behind that blue curtain, what do I see? I see a graveyard. I see all kind of bodies burning, and there's this small tree, which has no leaves, nothing. It's like a dried up small tree, and on that tree, in the size, Swami is only this much small. He's become really small, and he's sitting on the tree, and he's literally smiling and laughing at me. And I'm just standing there dumbstruck, is this Swami's room? I was expecting an AC, a big bed, one fridge, lot of good food to eat, and this is a bloody graveyard. People are burning out here. There's one broken chair, and there's only one tree, and on that tree I see that small little orange color thing, which is Swami, who's actually smiling. He's become really small, he's sitting on the tree. And I just get up in the morning, I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, I was imagining Swami's room to be something like luxury and all that, and here I am like, okay, this is something really different. So those are the three dreams I got about Satya Sai Baba. So I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about him. People always have opinions about something or the other, okay? It's up to them. See, even I had a lot of opinions, okay? But then see, this is what has happened in my life. This is my experience, that I got these three dreams. Now, I got married to Viju. Of course, I went back to Hyderabad. I told my parents, I threw the bomb on them. I said, look, this guy proposed, and that's it. I think I've made up my mind. I'm going to marry this guy. Okay, so now that's another story. Now Vijay and me were really happily married, and then we moved to Bangalore in this small, one bedroom apartment, because we were just settling down in life. We didn't have much money, nothing. So we were like in that room, we just had one hall and one bedroom. Me and Viju were happily in that romantic mood, and we were watching a movie and cuddling up and all that. And suddenly I just see Satya Sai Baba just standing in front, and for a minute I'm like, did I really see that, or is some kind of a hallucination? Because I am not at all in a spiritual mood. I'm not thinking about God. I'm with my husband. I'm in a most romantic mood, and we are watching a nice movie, cuddling up, and I see Swami from nowhere, he's just standing there, and I'm like, for a minute, the logical mind, as I said, I was like, no, no, no. Oh, this is pakka my imagination. I think I just imagined, I didn't see anything. But I did tell Viju about it. I said, I think I saw Satya Sai Baba. I just saw him. He's like, who, why, when? And I said, okay, okay, now relax. I think it could just be one imagination, hallucination, blah, blah, blah. Over. Okay, so now we slept through the night. Morning, we got up and we thought that, chal, it is Sunday. Let's go to Nandi Hills. And we were new to, I mean, I was new to Bangalore, and Vijay also was, he never ventured out to Nandi Hills and all that. Then he said, okay, let's go. We just had a bike at that point of time. So we said, okay, let's go. So we started on the bike, and then, people talk of teleportation and all that, those are the words I'm coming to know only now. But then that day I remember, we started from our house, and then according to our calculation, we should be reaching Nandi Hills in, let's say, about 1.5 hours time. Okay, so we were traveling, and suddenly, I don't know what happened, neither me nor Viju were in a state where we were communicating. There was total silence, as if we went into some kind of a trance. Okay, we were completely silent, and the time we actually came back to our senses, we were on this completely deserted road. There was no civilization anywhere, and it was totally deserted. It was feeling very eerie. It's like, I actually felt like somebody is literally following the bike, some kind of a energy or whatever. I had that eerie feeling. I was really getting scared because there was no civilization, not a person, not a vehicle. And then I asked Viju, do you have any idea where we are? And then I told her, it's like we were in some kind of a trance, okay? So suddenly he shook himself and he's like, yeah, where did we come? Where is Nandi Hills? Where are we? And then, suddenly we are like feeling scared. We were just young, 24 or 25 years old, and we are only two people on the bike, nobody around. And even he had that eerie feeling as if something's happening. And then we were really getting freaked out. And then after some time, we just kept traveling, because you either have to go front or go back, either which way, or on a deserted place. So we kept traveling, and then suddenly we see this milestone, or which says that Puttaparthi is around 22 kilometers, and I was zapped. I'm like, 22 kilometers, what is this? I mean, we were supposed to be in Nandi Hills, and now what is this? Puttaparthi, 22 kilometers. I said, look, boss, just last night, I don't think so. I just saw him just like that. I'm sure he's calling us. So we are anyway 22 kilometers from Puttaparthi. We can as well go visit. He said, okay, now that we are so close, let's go. So it was, we just went there. And I remember that when we went there, by the time Vijay could actually park the bike, because he was not very familiar with the topography of the ashram, he was very new to it. It was his first time. So by the time he could actually, get a parking slot and park his bike and come, Swami came, his darshan, he gave his darshan, and he even went away. So I just went, I think just on time. He just came, I just had a look at him. I just looked at him because I was still in a state of confusion as to what am I doing in Puttaparthi. I was supposed to be in Nandi Hills. So I just looked at him. I said, boss, I don't know. I really don't know what's happening here. So I just surrendered. I just looked at him. I had no desire.